It's the book that takes a lighthearted and inspirational approach to a big milestone, turning the big 50. 50 Ways to Leave Your 40s helps discover how turning 50 may be the best thing yet. And joining us now are the authors, Sheila and Peggy Spencer. It's good to see you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Not there yet. My mother, 50's done over, said the best time of her life. Is that what you hear from people, that 50s are the best, and why?
We do hear it.
You hear that?
What we hear is, what I hear is, it just keeps getting better and better. You know, I've got some friends who were just turning 50 when I moved to Albuquerque, and I saw them the other day, and now they're in their 60s, and they're saying, you know, it just keeps getting better and better.
Okay, well, you wrote the book, and it's kind of a self-help yet humorous look at turning 50, that big milestone. And you're a doctor, so do you find that people, when the whole 50 thing comes up, it's like they just don't want to get there, and they're doing everything possible not to get into their 50s, and for some people it's kind of depressing.
It is. It's a biggie. It's a big milestone. Yeah. Like you said, the big 50. It sounds so old, you know, just to people.
And we honor that whole thing about being bummed about it. We've got a chapter. One of the ways is paint it black.
Paint it black?
There, darling. You just go ahead and cry.
Yeah,
because it bums people out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we definitely keep the emphasis on the up, because consider the alternative, right?
Are today's 50s what our parents, grandparents' 50s were?
No,
I don't think so.
No, I mean no, absolutely not. We're all living longer for one, and one of the things you said, how do people feel about turning 50? Yes, there's that sort of downside of being depressed, but a lot of people do find it's the best time of their life, and I think it's partly because for a lot of people the kids are out of the house. Not for everybody. They're to a certain point in their career where they're comfortable. They've established themselves, and it's also a really, people tend to take stock. You know, it's like they have a chance. They look around and say, "Oh, am I doing what I want to do with my life? Is this where I want to be?" And they have enough wisdom, having lived this long, to sort it out and sort of rearrange their priorities, and a lot of healthy living yet to do that in. So I think I'm looking forward to it. I'll be 50 in a couple months, and I'm looking forward to it.
So if somebody picks up the book, what will they find in there, Sheila?
Well, we you know, 50 was a big enough number. We felt that dividing it into some sections would be good. So we broke the book down into the 4 sections of body, mind, soul, and heart. And of course, naturally, there's some overlap there, but we did divide them that way. And then inside each chapter, there's a very upbeat sort of essay to, you know, kind of give you a sense of what we're talking about with that way. And then there are some activities. So it's like the kind of book that you don't just read, but you also do. There's a writing prompt in each of the chapters. We keep the material light, but there's some doorways into going a little deeper. We've also got a movement prompt called Cool Moves. And I
was looking at some of that.
Why do I travel with a loofah on a stick?
I have no idea.
Because of the cool move in the chapter, not the heart, let's see, it's love, love, love.
Okay.
You will just love, love, love this. Honestly, it moves the chi. If you know the Eastern medicine way, we get what causes pain and disease is blockage of energy, and so.
Oh, you're going to pat me on the back? Maybe I'll get a little extra energy there. Well, it was funny, too, because...
And I wanted to trade this for the wand. Can I do that? Does the wand have to go back?
I don't know if the wand would feel quite as good.
No, the wand...
That might hurt a little bit.
No, but I'll wield that in a different way. Either that or the whip.
Yeah. Well, John McDade's not giving that one.
No,
that one, I'd rather trade it for the wand.
Yes.
But does it have to go back to a store?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, darn.
I think so, unfortunately.
And you know, this costs $5 and that costs...
So there you go, kind of get your energy. I was reading through here, and there was a quote or a story in there about in our 40s, I'm in my 40s, I feel like, you know, I've got my kids, I've got my parents, I've got all these responsibilities.
Exactly.
That by the time, the end of the day, and if that's me, I just want to sit in front of a TV with a stiff drink and say, ugh,
exactly.
Tonight's here, the bedtime's here. I mean, that's how most of, we're running.
That's right, and we were thinking of you and people like you when we wrote it, because we kept everything really short and in these little bite-sized pieces. And in addition to, we've got humor in there, but we've also got real practical material, real practical advice, some ideas of things to try. I left off my list of what else is in there. Dr. Spencer contributed a a column to each of the ways. And many of these are the kind of health roundup you would expect from your Western doctor. But others are, she's exploring the Eastern realm and drilling down through the medical literature to say, is there any, you know, what is there to these modalities? Some of these things, like, not just the ones we all could name, like acupuncture, you know, but also the healing uses of sound, for example, and magnet therapy.
Yeah,
some
I
of these
saw that
things that are
too.
out there that are a little
Do you find that
edgier.
people are going back to that? They're trying all these new remedies?
Oh yeah, people are, most of my patients dabble in a little bit of everything. They come to me for what they can get from me, and they also go see their chiropractor or their acupuncture or their herbalist. So yeah,
They're reflexologists.
Well, for me, it's like, okay, I can stick a magnet under my back or go work out. I'm going to try this magnet therapy.
Ain't that the truth?
That's what it boils down to for me. It's like all these new things, like, oh, this seems a lot easier than stretching and going to the
and
gym.
some of them, it was really fun for me to review some of these more esoteric things, because some of them have a lot of research to back them up and some of them don't.
Okay.
You know, some of it is just a fad, but it was really fun for me to sort of tease that out and figure out, well, what is worth looking at here?
Is there a there there? Is there
Very
a there
good.
there?
Yeah.
And you know, another thing that we're really excited about, that runs through the book quite a bit, is this new frontier of neuroplasticity, changeable brain. They used to think that the baby's brain was changeable and the child's brain, but as we grew into adulthood, it was as if our brain hardened into something immutable.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. They're understanding, by virtue of a lot of miraculous recoveries from serious brain injury or stroke, where the brain actually has an opportunity to move the functionality that was lost over to a different part. You know what? Just by having new experiences, we are doing that for our brain. Our brain is always trying to grapple with whatever we're throwing at it.
Right.
And if standing on one foot is a challenge to you, you're building your brain while you do it.
See, it's not too
Isn't
old to
that
change.
neat?
I think that's what it is.
Isn't that neat?
Very good.
teach you
Thank you
no
so
doubt.
much for
And
being here,
learning
both
to
of you.
knit, anything
Yes,
that's new.
anything a challenge.
It's going to be
Challenge yourself.
building your brain.
I like it. If you're turning 50, you have friends who are, great idea to pass that along. Thank you so much.
The loofah on the stick, it's the new sensation sweeping the
Yeah,
nation.
so don't, yeah.
Everywhere I go, people say, would you, a little lower.
Pat me on the stick. Thank you both again. Great
Thank
book.
you,
Great idea. And if
Lisa.
you
Thanks
want
for
any
having us.
information on the book, of course, it's on our website and on our hotline. Thank you again.